Apart from Atlantis, a lost ancient mother continent existed. It was older than Atlantis, a far more ancient entity. Moreover, its was far more. Some claim it is the cradle of all civilizations, while others argue it conceals an unfathomable secret. Its existence was promoted by James in a series titled The Lost Continent of Mu, which popularized the concept. The series was first published in 1920 and comprised 5 books. In these works, Churchward proposed that Mu existed roughly 50,000 years ago. It birthed ancient wisdom, nurturing culture and wisdom, and spread its legacy worldwide. This theory bore a resemblance to the biblical Eden. Eden is seen as the cradle of civilization, resembling God's paradise. Churchward asserted that his accounts of Mu were real. His writings drew on decoded tablets and plus other gathered evidence, all of which supported the existence of a highly advanced, ancient mother continent that once existed. He firmly believed that his findings were genuine, not mere legends. Churchward was an inventor and researcher. In the 1870s, he enlisted as a soldier and served in colonial India. While in India, he befriended a Hindu priest. Over time, their bond deepened. Eventually, the priest introduced Church to a secret sect. Soon after, the priest took Churchward to a place exclusive to members, a hidden secret temple complex. There, Churchward discovered a mysterious stone tablet. It bore a forgotten ancient language. The native tongue was said to be understood across India, with only 3 able to decipher it. The priest was one of them. Then, moved by his genuine curiosity, the priest agreed to teach him. Churchward studied under him, mastering the tongue in a few years. He then began decoding the tablet's inscriptions, uncovering a history of an ancient civilization that, according to his decoding, tens of thousands of years ago, a highly advanced civilization called the Mother Continent existed around 50,000 years ago, thriving on Earth, prospering for millennia, and spreading its influence worldwide. Ultimately, it united into a global civilization. Churchward proposed that the Mother Continent spanned stretching from Easter Island to Guam. Legend claims it was about 8,000 kilometers wide and 5,000 kilometers from north to south, covering roughly 35 million square kilometers. It was larger than twice the size of Russia. Churchward's inference on its location was based on observations from Pacific region, where similar ancient symbols and architectural styles were found. He believed these resemblances indicated a common origin in the Mother Continent. He depicted it as an advanced, imperial thriving with cutting-edge technology, comprising around 7 cities with a population of 64 million. They boasted diverse cultures, tribes, and ethnicities, yet were united under one government and one faith. Its rulers were known as Lala. This name recalls Egypt's sun god. In Egyptian myth, Ra is seen as ruler of and king of earth and the underworld, though Churchward never clearly linked the Mother Continent's ruler to Egypt's sun god. But the same name hints at a possible link. It indirectly showed the lost Mother Continent may connect with other ancient cultures. To some extent, legend says the Mother Continent reached level 1 status. They had a range of advanced tech supporting this civilization, for instance, anti-gravity and devices controlling nature, plus biotechnology. As the population grew, some adventurous natives explored lands beyond home. One group later became known as the Maya. These brave explorers journeyed afar and made contact, sharing the knowledge and wisdom from their motherland. Over time, the Maya in Mesoamerica built a unique civilization. Ancient teachings of the mother culture, combined with their own innovations, recreated a highly early society. We know the Maya excelled in astronomy, math, and architecture, attaining advanced levels. They built magnificent structures like pyramids and observatories. These works show advanced and the legacy of Churchward's decoding. It also revealed that about 12,000 years ago, a catastrophic event struck the Mother Continent. This event marked a great civilization on the brink of apocalypse. It forever changed history. On an ordinary day, The ground trembled with unimaginable force. The earth trembled violently and collapsed, followed by volcanic eruption. Deafening sounds filled the air. Ash and smoke blocked. This signaled doomsday. In panic, Mother Continent's people, to save their loved one and homes, massive waves surged inland. The once life-giving sea became an unstoppable, lethal foe. Instantly devoured cities. It became infamous, even with advanced tech. But when facing such disaster, they were powerless. As water engulfed the land, the continent sank. Yet some residents did not sense the sinking. Instead, they saw the sea rising relentlessly, devouring their once proud civilization. Churchward believed this documented disaster was likely the global, ancient texts, and the Great Flood described in myths. After the mother continent fell silent, those survivors who built colonies across the globe strived to preserve their legacy and mourn their lost. In places like Micronesia and remote areas of southern Japan, traces of the mother continent persist. They carried on in new lands, creating a distinct cultural imprint. One example is Easter Island, where Moai statues reside, seemingly reminding all of their forgotten past. Within these Moai sites, Ahu Akivi is deemed especially significant. Ahu Akivi's 7 Moai face west, toward the sea. Unlike most Moai on the island, scholars say, these 7 Moai represent the mother continents. 7 main cities were built facing the sunken mother continent, a tribute to their lost home. Ahu Akivi's alignment also hints at ancient advance. During the equinoxes, the statues precisely face the sunset point on the horizon. This further supports that they were built to link with the sunken mother continent. As proposed, another site is in the Federated States of Micronesia, a maritime site. The entire site consists of nearly 100 man-made islets, forming a unique water city. Each islet is linked by man-made waterways, forming a complex water network. These islets were built by stacking basalt on shallow mounds and filling with sand and coral. The basalt blocks are featuring elegant hexagons, appearing man-made. They are stacked like blocks, uniquely arranged. Each islet has its own role. Some served as homes for kings and priests, others as ceremonial sites or workshops. Moreover, Nan Madel also has many megaliths. These structures use many stones weighing tens of tons, yet it's still unclear how they moved these stones from the quarry to the site, and what techniques were used to build and carve these megaliths. Scholars speculate these advanced methods may stem from the mother continent's legacy. Soon after the mother continent sank, stories of a great flood emerged. These records appear in European as well as Asian, Middle Eastern, and American. For example, the Bible's Noah's Ark story, the Epic of Gilgamesh, and the Hindu legend of all these myths share a striking similarity. They describe catastrophic flood that wiped out advanced civilization. In 1980, Emeritus Professor Kimura of the University of the proposed another intriguing theory about the origin of the mother continent. A diver from at a cape south of Yonaguni Island, 20 meters below the sea surface, encountered a huge, temple-like structure, a massive reef rock, about 60 meters long, 100 meters long, a nest, and roughly 25 meters high. It appeared man-made. It featured carved step terraces and drainage channels. There was also a large stone platform, after its discovery. Reports soon emerged of similar underwater, man-made structures across Oka. They resembled architectural complexes. Researcher Kimura created detailed 3D models in 2000 and began investigating these underwater ruins. He studied their distribution across Okinawa. His research showed that the underwater ruins near Yonaguni included several crafted stone statues, cylindrical staircases, and the stairs and terraces were near, and a clear road network was ever. He eventually declared these underwater to be relics of the mother continent. Kimura indirectly suggested that the mother continent once lay in Okinawa. By the way, Between 1967 and 1970, in the same area of Okinawa, ancient human skeletons were found. They were named the Minatagawa people. These skeletons are believed dating to about 20,000 to 22,000 years. Those living in Okinawa, this time frame matches the pre-sinking era of the mother continent. Some archaeologists also claim Minatagawa skeletal traits differ from ancient Japanese and resemble Australian Aborigines and New. If so, then the Minatagawa people might be early migrants from the mother continent who ventured out long ago, be it Churchward's description, or the Grand Moai of Easter Island, or the Nan Madol ruins, the advanced Maya civilization, and the underwater ruins of Yonaguni, all hint at remnants of the mother continent. Yet, despite exploring several sites linked to the mother continent, the truth about the lost mother continent remains shrouded in myth. Some say it's merely a myth, a product of collective imagination. Others, however, that it was, indeed, an advanced ancient civilization that truly existed. What we know is whether the mother continent is real, or it serves as a reference for our diverse and rich history. It encourages us to further explore our past, to keep asking questions, and to keep uncovering what our ancestors